What is up, everyone? Me and Tim wanted to jump on real quick because we got some big news in the comic book movie realm. Matt Reeves, yet again, is giving us some big reveals on his personal accounts.
Yeah, man.
Well, it seems like this is going to be a trend. He did it on his Vimeo for the reveal of the Batsuit, and now on his personal Twitter, he just unveiled 3 official photos of the new Batmobile.
I know, man's dropping bombs.
I know. And what's crazy is we found out like 2 hours after it posted, because we were shooting episodes.
We were shooting, yeah.
So as soon as
we were in our own bat cave.
Right. As soon as we get done, obviously, I go on my phone because we're all addicted to our phones. And I'm like, damn, Batmobile. And then now we're here talking to you guys.
I think it sounded something to the effect of, come on. There's a Batmobile. We gotta do it.
But with that said, we've already posted on our social medias account, like our Instagram and stuff like that. So, I'm sure everyone's talking about it right now. But initial thoughts. I'm going to give my initial thoughts. This thing looks awesome. It looks so cool. It's a muscle. It's like John Wick meets Batman in the sense that it's like a muscle car. It looks like his Mustang from the John Wick movies.
That is like the perfect description. Right? John Wick meets Batman.
Or even I saw on Instagram right before we started rolling, Boss Logic. He's quick on things, so he already photoshopped a picture of the new Batmobile, but instead of Batman next to it, it's Vin Diesel. Because, it looks like a muscle car from Fast and Furious and all that stuff. Just Batman.
Bat and the Furious?
Yeah, right. But I am loving the vibes of this. We said in our Reveal the Batsuit episode that the designer for the Batmobile actually took to Instagram, and he said that it's very much just going to be a souped-up muscle car. And he was not lying. That's all this is. It looks like, a sports coupe. I don't know if it's a Charger, a Mustang, a Camaro, what it is. It's, because it's really modified. But it's just that classic American muscle with, that's just Bat-themed. It's got that huge dragster, almost like jet plane engine in the back that's exposed. And it looks fantastic. I think it works so well for being like, this is going to be like Batman's first year.
Right.
So it's like, of course, a billionaire who probably has dozens of cars is just going to take one of his expensive, fast muscle cars and souk it up even that much more.
We were kind of anticipating it because, like you said, we were already talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of had already gotten some information that it might be this. But once you see it for the first time, because it does look like either the newer design of the Challenger or the Charger, like as far as the shell. But when you see it with the massive muscle car engine, that huge engine, like on the exterior, on the back end of the car, it's like this insane hybrid of like Mad Max meets muscle car.
For sure, yeah.
It's like, it looks insane. Like, everything that we were hoping that it would look like when we heard what it might be, it's that plus some. Now all I want to do is I just want to hear it. You want to hear that growl from the muscle car, and I want to see how it functions. I want to see what toys are on it.
For sure.
You know what I mean? What weapons and all that kind of stuff, what kind of tech. I'm just super curious now. I love every aspect of what Matt Reeves is doing. And I know it seems to be kind of mixed.
Right, yeah.
As far as like people's feedback on it. We're seeing a lot of people saying, I hate it. You know what I mean? Which for me personally, I am not with you. I don't get how you look at that and go, that's terrible.
It's American muscle.
Yeah, unless you just don't like cars, you don't like muscle cars.
Right.
Or maybe you're just saying, well, that's not Batman. Dude, this is his first car. And like you said, billionaires, these rich, young, tycoons, they've got just garages full of all of these sports cars and antique cars and, all of these classic vehicles. And so it's such a cool concept to say, like, he just went into one of his garage, just walked down the line and went, this one. And he just souped it up and turned it into his first Batmobile. And it's like one of those concepts that you're like, how did we never think of that before?
Right.
Such a good on you, Matt Reeves.
Again, I just think, I think it works so well in the context of like, people got to remember this is like, we're seeing Batman in his early years again. Like, this is Batman year one, essentially, where his bat suit is very much, we talked about it. It's very much, he kind of threw it together. He took armored platings and, all these gadgets that he had access to and just made a bat suit. Like, I don't imagine that his bat suit and even this Batmobile is something like made by like Lucius Fox or something. It's like, it's $1 billion, car right there. So I think it works very, very well. And the crazy thing is it's not too far-fetched from the comics, because artist Francesco Francavilla, actually, he did a concept series for Batman 1972, I believe. And his Batmobile is very much just a muscle car.
Yeah.
Like, it looks very similar. you know, in the sense that it's a muscle car that's just bat themed. It just kind of has wings in the back. So I thought that's really, really cool. And I think Matt Reeves knows all this because he seems like he's very deep in the Batman lore, because it seems like we said it with his bat suit when we were talking about that. He's pulling bits and pieces from all the famous Batman lore and like making an amalgamation of it. You know, there's Batman in the animated series hints in there. You have like, you know, Batman Year One, just all this, you know, I can go on. And I'm loving that he's taking the best of Batman and making his own thing. But also the suit and the car combined now definitely, like those photos he released, definitely is like, oh, this is going to be a detective noir kind of street level, like Batman just cracking down on thugs and being a detective. I'm so excited.
And they go together so well when you see them side by side, because in these images that we're seeing, or that he put out, it's not just the Batmobile. You see Robert Pattinson in the suit for the full time, for the full suit first time, because the other images that we got of the full suit that leaked, it was a stunt performer.
Correct.
So it wasn't Robert Pattinson. This, I mean, when you see them side by side with Robert Pattinson in the bat suit, it just looks, I mean, just looks awesome. And we actually were talking about it off camera over the past week about how, you know, this bat suit that we're seeing and everything really that we're getting is very much like, you know, we talked about how it looks like it might be a love letter to Batman from Matt Reeves. But now, and we've talked about how we've gotten rumors about how that he's going to pull from Batman Hush, from Batman the Animated Series, and even The Long Halloween. But now it's starting to feel like he's literally just going through Batman lore and just pulling pieces out from all, to where it's just going to be this giant mix of all these different things, including on the Batsuit. Something we didn't talk about when we talked about the Batsuit last time was his gauntlets that we saw in the leaked images with the stunt performer, and now on these new images, where that is very reminiscent of the Talon from the Court of Owls. And just things like that are just so clever and so different, but he's just pulling from all these different pieces. If you're a Batman fan and you're looking at all this and you're just going, yeah, I don't know how that works out, because it really does feel like this is turning into his just love letter to Batman as a character over the years. For sure. And also with those leaked images of the bat suit with the stuntman and stuff, he was on the bat cycle. So we got our first, you know, we didn't even know that the bat cycle was going to be in the movie until those video clips and images leaked. So that's just a souped up Harley Davidson, which is awesome looking. Just the front, you know, it's kind of bat themed. And I couldn't tell if it was a cruiser, like a Harley, or if it was more of a speed bike. I read an article on Hollywood Reporter that they said Harley Davidson. So like it's on a Harley chassis? Supposedly. So that's what they said. So I'm just going to go with it because I don't know much about motorcycles, but you would imagine that, again, a billionaire is going to probably have tons of like Harleys and stuff like that laying around. Plus it does look like more of a kind of a, what is it? What do they call them? Like cruisers? Yeah, like a cruiser bike. Yeah, not like a crotch rocket. It looked like, because to me, it might just be the armor that's on it. Right. But it looked like a cross between the two. Of course, yeah. Because again, he probably did all kinds of modifications on it and stuff like that. But I just love that feel, again, because I know people are going to compare it to like, oh, so like Batman Begins. Yes and no. Batman Begins did kind of toy with that kind of stuff, but not really, because even out the gate, Lucius Fox was like, here's this military like vehicle that we ended up not using because it's too expensive. Just we have it in black. Here's your Batmobile. Right. This is like him, it seems, you know, this is theorizing, like he's just going into his collection of expensive toys and modifying them. Exactly right. So I dig that a lot. I think that's a really cool thing. And again, we get the Pattinson right by the Batmobile, and you know I zoomed in and screenshot all that stuff. It looks dope. It does. It looks really, really cool. And from that picture, it does look like the suit is still going to be black and gray. And again, I kind of like the thigh holster too. Yeah. I think that's really cool. That's where he has his grappling gun and stuff. Even his utility belt, it kind of looks like military. Yes. You know what I mean? Like a military utility type belt. Just everything about it. It looks, because it's like this, it's like it has a lot of similarities to the Batman Arkham. Like we talked about, but it's also a little bit different. So like his cowl, you know, it's a little bit more like rounded, a little bit more like bubblish than what we're used to. So I'm kind of curious to see if that's going to evolve and how that's going to evolve to make it more. I personally would like to see it become more sharp and not as rounded, which I think is kind of a common like thought. Rumor has it that by the end of this movie, there's people, you know, who are working on the film, and they're saying that
there is going to be another Batsuit by the end of the film. That's the rumor. You would imagine so too, because obviously this, as cool as the Batsuit looks, it is not a fully realized Batman suit.
Right,
This is not going to be the final form. So I'm so looking forward to that evolution in the movie, because I think Matt Reeves, everything I've seen thus far, it just has me on the hype train, and I think Batman is in good hands for this trilogy.
I agree 100%, and we've been saying it right from the get. Matt Reeves is an incredibly capable filmmaker and storyteller and writer, and to know that he is a longtime Batman fan who is really going to put some tender loving care into this. It's coming from the standpoint and perspective of someone like us who's been a Batman fan their entire life, knows Batman lore, the mythos, and all the different things. And just to see him seemingly, like we said, pulling from all these different things just as a tip of a hat to so many different eras and aspects of Batman.
Like that cape. I love that pop collar, that Sean Murphy Batman cape. Love it so much.
And that's modern.
It is. The Batman, the White Knight, and all that stuff. So, again, but it's a hugely popular book.
Right.
He's pulling from all the coolest Batman stories.
Even the color palettes and all of it. It's just, I can't wait to see not only this first film, but how he progresses the story once we get it, and where Batman goes under Matt Reeves.
For sure. I feel like at this rate now, we got a clip of the Batsuit, for some test footage there. Now we got 3 official high-res photos of the Batmobile. Teaser trailer's next. A teaser trailer's got to be next. Maybe some villain pictures.
Man, I'll tell you what, we don't know what's going to happen with San Diego Comic-Con with all this stuff that's going on, but I have to imagine we're going to get something around then.
I'm excited.
Me too, man.
I'm so excited. But what do you guys think? Do you love the Batmobile? Do you dig this look? Are you not digging it? And even the Batsuit? Let us know in the comment section down below. But we'll see you guys next time when we talk about all things comics.